Welcome to week 1 of our virtual classroom. This week we are going to be working towards the I can't statement. I can gather evidence to support the claim that total system momentum is conserved in a collision. As we're working towards this I can statement, we are going to be drawing in ideas that we've talked about in class, including our isolated system or that bubble that we've talked about, and the idea of conservation of momentum. If you need a refresher on any of these topics, go ahead and check back into any of the materials we've used so far in your momentum packet. Your momentum packet is at school still and you weren't able to pick it up. Stay tuned in this video and we'll tell you about how to get yourself a new one. Alright, so I've broken up our week into 2 days, and I've given us an agenda for each day to help us get towards this I can statement. So first day, which would be for some of us Wednesday, for some of us our first day will be Thursday. What we are going to be doing is, first off, you're going to be watching an introduction video on virtual physics, which is on the welcome page of Blackboard. Then, if you are one of my friends who has not yet turned in your one-pager, I ask that you're going to take a picture of your one-pager, you're going to submit it through Blackboard, and then I'll be able to grade that. Alright, and if you have questions on how to submit through Blackboard, please let me know. I know we've done it a couple of times in class, so we should be okay there. You guys will remember that we had some homework that was supposed to be due Monday. If you are somebody who would like a little explanation on those calculations that were supposed to be homework, you can go ahead and find my full explanation of those problems here. I do recommend that you watch this video as we are going to be doing some calculations as part of our summative assessment later this week and early the beginning of our next instructional week. Alright, then on to today. Today we are working through our collision interactive simulation. This is an online lab simulation that you are going to find under your momentum unit. In your momentum unit, it is nested under that virtual learning week, which we've been looking through for all of the things we're working on this week. It's called your collision cart simulation. When you open it up, you'll notice that there are 9 different pages. This is a learning module, and so it's going to take you step by step through the different tasks you need to work on in order to accomplish this I can statement. So you're going to read through. You'll notice the first page is just about getting you a momentum packet. So if you have your momentum packet, you're good to go. You can click the arrow and keep moving on. If, however, you do not have your momentum packet, then you're going to want to click to launch and you're going to download a new momentum packet. Then you will go ahead and click the arrow. You'll notice that there is a video as well as some information. You're going to make sure you're watching this video because it's going to go through my directions of how to use the simulation. Then you're going to work through part 1 of the simulation, which is just pages 20 and 21 in your momentum packet. And you're going to click to page 3. On page 3, you'll notice that there is a test. All right. This is going to be a low-risk formative assessment just to get us comfortable using assessments in Blackboard. You're going to click to open up the assessment. Once it is open, you will have to answer the question. If you do not answer the question and you leave the submission page, it will submit it with whatever information is in there, and so you will not be able to submit it with an answer unless you submit it in the same sitting in which you opened it. All right, that's where we're going to end for day 1. So day 1, you're watching the introduction video, you're submitting your one-pager if you haven't done so already, you're checking over your collision calculation homework, and you're working through the simulation part 1. Those are your tasks for day 1. Then we move on to day 2. In day 2, you're going to go back to that same collision cart simulation. You're going to be on page 4 now. Now you are working through parts 2 and 3 of the simulation, which are very similar to part 1. There's just a small difference. All right, and that video for part 1 does go through the differences. So if you need to look back on that video, that's on page 2 of the learning module, go ahead and do that. Then again, there will be a checkpoint quizzes in which you will have to submit your answer in the same sitting that you open the quiz. Otherwise, it will submit a blank quiz for you. All right, once you are done with that whole simulation, you are going to be working on a writing prompt. So on page 8 of the learning module, you will notice that there is another video. So you can go ahead and click on that and it will give you more detail of how your writing prompt should look. And there's also some rubrics. I encourage you to watch that video because I am not going into full detail on the writing prompt in this video. That is all in there. All right. And that is day 1 and day 2. So day 2 is just finishing the simulation, parts 2 and 3, and the writing prompt. As always, please let me know if you have any questions or concerns. I look forward to hearing from you guys.